F-A-T-C-A-T. And y'all rockin' the Fat Cat Show. This is my show. F-A-T. Watch the time on you.
Say it one more time.
F-A-T-C-A-T. And y'all rockin' the Fat Cat Show. This is my show. F-A-T. Watch the time on you.
Here we go. No matter what you say, I'ma spit it how I spit it, so you niggas can't forget it. Everybody is a critic. I walk in the dark with my chronicles Ridic, with my game up the bar, so your girl will let me hit it. Damn, man, my show's simply marvelous. You can stop the hating and debating, you can't argue it. Cause if you found something better, you would sit Moretta while wearing an ugly sweater. But my show you listening, so stop the whimpering. This is for the sinners and the born again Christians. Turn to Philippians. Nope, you can miss me then. If you wanna talk, take my number, you can hit me then. Cause you know my show is rocking. Fat Cat, remember that when your girl is shocking. When them headphones are knocking. Fat Cat Show and you don't stop the knocking.
F-A-T-C-A-T. Man, y'all rockin' the Fat Cat Show. This is my show. F-A-T. Watch the time on you.
Say it one more time.
F-A-T-C-A-T. Man, y'all rockin' the Fat Cat Show. This is my show. F-A-T. Watch the time on you.
Here we go.
Yo. What's cracking? You rocking with your boy, the thinking deacon, the sinister minister, the Rabbi Raymond Noodle, the chaplain of fried chicken's last rites. Y'all know who it is. That's Fat Cat. And I'm down with my dog, Roof. That's T. Satellite. Bills. What's cracking?
What's happening with you?
Nothing much. Just
how's my volume?
You loud. You pretty loud. So, but it's all good. But anyway, what's up to everybody who chose to tune in with us today? Good show tonight. You know, and I want to give, like we do every show, we want to give attention to those who have birthdays. So I'm going to say happy birthday to everybody with birthdays today. Hallelujah. And we also thank you. We gave a little bit of a shout out, but and we want to give our condolences to those who lost people. And personally, I want to give a shout out to my my cousin in Chicago, Steve Friend Jr., who lost his son. And I also want to give my condolences to my Greektown family. We lost our co-worker, Big Mike. So I send my condolences to his family and my Greektown family. That was a hell of a loss. Big Mike was he was a delight to work with. You know, he was always cool with everybody. So we just want to give our condolences to his family. Man, I don't know why this thing keep doing this. It done hopped to that thing again. But this time I ain't even gonna worry about it. But
hop to what thing?
Huh?
Hop to what thing?
I put it on 60 minutes, and then it hopped to this again. I don't know what, like I got 10 minutes to for the lines. I ain't gonna even do the lines today. We just gonna rap anyway. But anyway, like I said before, we give our condolences to everybody. So what do you think about this weather? They said next week it's supposed to be like 80. It's supposed to be like 80 degrees. What do you think?
I don't know. Didn't you say they're controlling the weather?
You know how they do. You know how they do.
No, I don't know nothing about none of that.
And I also want to put this out, before we get real good into the show. Subscribe to your boy on Fat Cat Show Network on YouTube. And you could also catch us on Spotify, iHeart, Deezer, iTunes, TuneIn, Blog Talk Radio. Y'all know what it is, and just show your love, show your love, show your love. But definitely, we we definitely, man, this weather is definitely what's making people, this up and down weather. One day is hot, one day is cold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how you get sick.
Yeah, and then everybody that cough ain't got COVID. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that cough ain't got COVID, but I still would be leery to go around somebody coughing. Amen. Amen. Somebody made you nervous yet with the cough?
Man, I know a couple of weeks ago I was at Home Depot. This lady behind me gonna cough and don't even cover her mouth up. I want to just punch her in the neck.
Hey. But that's how it goes sometimes, man. You gotta we was coming out.
People cough on you, right?
No, we was going to Lowe's. We was coming out of Lowe's, me and my wife, and it was a lady in the car next to us, and she started hacking like. My wife was like, that might be in the air. Come on. If we threw our stuff in and just hurried up and got in the car. What do you think about Trump walking around with no mask on?
He shouldn't have a mask on. I'm sure he ain't around no. Everybody here around got tested before they came around him.
But it went through the White House. That COVID went through that White House too.
Didn't go through his people. Why should he care?
You silly, man. But we shall see what happens. We shall see.
Hey, you know the plants, they open back up Monday.
Yeah, them plants. So and man, please just be very, very, very careful. Because like I said, they such in a hurry to open this thing back up, and we and I don't think we really actually ready for it, because people just still doing whatever the hell they want to do. They still live. I don't know about everybody else, but my life definitely changed. I'm to the point, man, I don't be clapping hands with nobody. Not really nothing now. I don't know hugs, no nothing. So
you don't slap no more fives, man.
Hell no. That's over. We used to do like in when we do the Lord's Supper, everybody used to give the right hand of fellowship and stuff like that. That's gonna change now. So definitely, man.
Oh, I forgot. At church, we used to say shake your neighbor's hand and introduce yourself.
Yeah.
No, thank you, sir. I nod at you.
Said, what's up? Like what up? But hey, we definitely have to change things and how we do them now. So
you see how they did it when they opened Atlanta shops back up. They came up in one day they had 1,000 new COVID-11 cases.
Right.
COVID-19. I see 11.
Right.
COVID-19 cases.
Yeah. Don't nobody want to be dealing with all that. But we definitely got to do things differently. But I don't know what else going on in lately around that you done checked out.
You know what else is going around?
What?
My Amazon delivery still ain't got here. They keep sending me emails talking about it's gonna be a later date 2 deliveries.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. We haven't been having problems with deliveries. So my wife is just. It seems like she buying every damn thing. Every time I turn around, it's a box coming to the house.
Well, can I have my items sent to your house?
Yeah, if I can look at them and keep whatever is good in there, I'll be like,
you're supposed to be a deacon, man.
Be like,
you can't do stuff like that. That's stealing.
You'd be like, you'll be like, did my box come to your house? Nope, man. I've been looking for it big time, man.
No, you gonna pay for it first.
Oh no, dude. Nah, I don't do all that. But
Why not, man? You can trust me.
I'm just thankful to stay in the area, where people don't snatch your boxes up. I'm just,
Like,
I'm
man, I live in Detroit, a corner house. I have to look out the window every 5 or 10 minutes because I know somebody will swipe my package.
right. So I'm telling you, the mean queen is over here on a shopping spree. She buying everything up. Yeah, she is. Every time a box. We load. We got so many boxes over here. We can make a clubhouse.
Did your sunglasses ever come?
Did your blue blockers come? Your ED pills?
I almost called out your name.
Hey, well, you better stop messing with me. Hey, I told you. but you know, I ain't gonna go into all that, man. But anyway, man, something wrong with you, dude.
Something wrong with me. You talking about some ED pills?
Hey, you keep bothering me, so I'm just trying to make light of it. But anyway, I want to get into our first little topic of today, and it's something me and you talked about the other day. If your son has a child you don't think is his, would you or how would you tell him? How would you tell him? Or just say anybody close to your a cousin, a brother, or something like that. How would you tell him?
I want to tell a story, but I don't know if my friend is listening to the show tonight.
Oh Lord.
I use another friend.
Okay.
He said, "Hey man, hey, if you listening, I'm not talking about you, man. This is another friend that knows nothing about the show." He said, "Man, do you think she look like me?" And I wanted to say, "Man, is you retarded or something? That baby don't look nothing like you."
Look like little Eric, huh?
Yeah, I know a couple of cats that's been happened to. Hell, I know a couple of cats that's been happened to.
Ain't that a shame? Ain't that a shame? We going through that. You scared to put somebody out here, and then you scared to put people out here. But this happened to somebody close to me too. So, and I don't.
How many people did you know about that? That's happened to you with?
One major person. Probably, I guess the other ones don't.
What happened, man?
The person had a baby that wasn't his. 90
seconds.
99.9% not theirs. And so, hey, to each his own, huh?
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
See, they did that thing again. So, but anyway, 99.9% not theirs, and you know what? I kind of expected it. Because the person was light skinned and the baby was the baby looked like Shaka Zulu.
Dang, what do that mean?
A lot.
I don't understand. You making a racial slurs against your own people?
Nah, I just said it was dark like Shaka Zulu, but
just say was dark skinned. And color means nothing for real.
There you go.
No, for real. No, I'm saying when it comes to babies.
Well, you lecture yourself when it comes to chicks with hysterectomies.
What do hysterectomies have to do with?
Because you biased when it comes to all that too. Huh?
I don't know where that came from, man.
What you mean you don't know where it came from? I know where.
No, all I'm saying is something that's true. A baby can come out. Look, when my daughter came out, I was mad as hell. I was like, "You done slept with some Chinese man," because me and her mother wasn't together. When she had my daughter, I had a girlfriend.
Oh, wow. And
And what?
and
And what? That's it.
you didn't get into the details.
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to tell all my business.
This is a talk show. Come on now.
No.
You said I know. So I always prayed that like if this happened to my son, I would want my son to do the right thing. I would want him to do the right thing, but I want to be sure at first. I advise him a DNA test. Let's do the DNA test.
But what if the baby came out with real good hair and a thin nose and some freckles?
Man, we got to do this young DNA test right here.
He said, "No, but I love her, Daddy. I love her." And then he come take the baby. Keep trying to ask your wife to babysit, and you like, "You babysitting for that baby? Ain't even his."
Stop it, man.
No, it can happen.
Yeah, plenty of times, some men go to the point where they really don't like, especially if they built a relationship with the child, they really don't want to know. They just like accept it, but I'm not that type of dude. I'm always an inquisitive type of guy. I want to know,
That's because all your kids came out with that nose. You knew it was yours.
Shoot, maybe she messed with another dude with a big nose.
Hey, you said something I always said. When you talk about the baby don't look like you, maybe she messed around with a dude that looked just like you.
Right. Hey, hey, but no, I ain't gonna put that on, man. You about to get me in trouble, though.
Hey, you said that first. I
know.
That didn't come out of my mouth. My mouth, man. Come on now.
But you made me walk into it. It didn't even stop me either.
I didn't know I had powers like that.
Right, you do. I always call you the devil.
Oh no. This man calling me Satan. That cannot be good.
Cannot. But
I use my powers for good.
Oh, okay. So what have you done lately with your good powers?
I ain't been around nobody. I use my powers to keep people away from me.
Dolomite had powers in Devil Son.
I ain't know Dolomite. What kind of powers did he have? He was gay, right?
I know. I'm talking about old Petey Weekstraw, but he had that cane. He was helping people out.
Oh, I thought you knew him personally. Yeah, a personal relationship with him or something.
Well, I think you had that. Man, but I ain't going there with you, man. You just like to start. I'm gonna get Dan back on the show. What? I said something wrong, man? Huh? What, man?
I ain't say nothing.
Oh man,
Listen to you talk.
But anyway, man. So, but didn't you have a personal experience with a baby thing?
No, I don't know. I had no type of experience like that.
Oh man, you so fake. You so fake, dog. You know it. You ain't had no personal.
The things I talk to you about is, between me and you, not to not to stream to the audience.
My bad, Dan. My bad. It ain't like you never put nothing else out there before, huh?
I had a choice to put out what I wanted to put out, right?
Okay.
I didn't need nobody to volunteer my information.
Well, I'll let you control the narrative. Anybody else ever had that type of situation where where a loved one, a close loved one, or something had a baby that didn't look like them, feel free to comment in the box below. Well, I'm trying to get our lines back up so people can call in.
You know what I dare people to do on Periscope and listening on Facebook? If you're a woman out here, and if you ever been in a situation where you really wasn't sure who the father was, and did you just choose the best person?
That's a good question. That is a very good question. You know,
Because it's a lot of guys. I know one particular person. Um, she said it was her husband, baby, because she was cheating and she got pregnant,
hmm
and she got a divorce when the baby was like 16 years old. It ain't the baby no more. 16 years old. Well, a couple of years later, she contacted him
Go ahead.
on Facebook and said, "Hey, baby daddy." And he said, "What?" And she
Start your
told
show
him,
now.
"Well,
Press
me and
1.
my husband
Your show is
took
scheduled to
a
start in
DNA test to see what it
22
is."
seconds.
Go
He
ahead.
took a test when when the girl was like 19, so he didn't have to pay no child support.
Mm.
19, and come to find out that was his.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, I didn't know it was gonna do the thing.
Blog Talk Radio.
FATCAT, and you're rocking a fat cat show. This is my show. FAT, watch the time on you.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
FATCAT, and you're rocking a fat cat show. This is my show. FAT, watch the time on you.
Here we go. Here we go. No matter what you say, I'ma spit it how I spit it, so you niggas can't forget it. Everybody is a critic. I walk in the dark with my chronicles Riddick, with my game up the bar, so your girl'll let me hit it. Damn, man, my show's simply marvelous. You can stop the hating and debating, you can't argue this. Cause if you found something better, you would sip Moretta while wearing an ugly sweater. But my show you listening, so stop the whimpering. This is for the sinners and the born again Christian. Turn to Philippian. Nope, you can miss me then. If you wanna talk, take my number, you can hit me then. Cause you know my show was rocking. Fat cat, remember that when your girl is shocking. When them headphones are knocking. Fat cat showing you don't stop the knocking.
FATCAT. And you're rocking a fat cat show. This is my show. FAT, watch the time on you.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
FATCAT. And you're rocking a fat cat show. This is my show. FAT, watch the time on you.
Here we go. Here we go.
Sorry about that, y'all. We had a glitch in the Blog Talk system, and so I had to restart the show to get the lines back up. So now, if you want to call the show, that number is 646-564-9728. Press 1 if you want to comment. And I'm sorry about that satellite that you was interrupted. I thought it would just hop back into the show with a direct connect, but it started everything back over. But anyway, have anybody ever fell into that situation where you had a loved one, or maybe yourself even had a situation where you was dealing with a girl, mainly us men, dealing with a woman, and she had a baby that she claimed is yours, but it didn't look like you, or maybe one of your loved ones, a son, a nephew, a cousin, had a chick that had that was claiming that it was their baby, and it didn't look nothing like them. Did you say anything? If you did, what did you say? Or were you even bothered with it in the first place? I know sometimes people say, well, light skin, color don't matter on a baby and all that stuff. But I think deep down, intuition wise, I think we know when that is our child. I think we.
And a lot of times before you get in a situation in which someone is saying they're pregnant, you know what kind of woman you dealing with.
Oh yeah, definitely,
You
definitely.
know, and I can tell you that from experience. Even with my own child, I knew what kind of woman her mother was, and I wasn't with her anyway.
Right,
Um, but I knew what I was dealing with.
right. Yeah, because we know. That's why I don't know how. Most of the guys they know they answer already. They know that chick. That chick. I know it's not. Let's say per se. Let's say a woman is more open with her. Well, this day and age now, women they just as out cold as men are, but I think they're a little bit more sneaky than we are, as far as still sneaky, more sneaky than we are with cheating until that baby pop out, and we get that intuition that hey, this might not be my son, or daughter, because you know what. I don't know. I don't even want to put that out here, man, because I wish I just
Go ahead, D. Go ahead.
No, I can't do it, dude. I
You could
can't.
do it, man. I believe in you, man.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm just gonna say, I just know something. A chick that put a baby on another dude that was, man, so out cold. To this day, this guy hate her to death, and I think that's one of the most out cold things that you could do, that a woman could do to a father, especially emotionally. But if the man is just like man and really don't care, then hey, what do you think?
Give me 1 second, man. My
Yo, what? Huh?
I said, give me 1 second, man. My I ain't keep my power out. My battery was about to go dead.
Oh, okay. But I'm just saying to some of the men out there. I know this is, but women could women can't go through nothing but a dude having another baby on them. With another.
Yeah, that's what women will say. What if you had another baby? That's different from you putting a baby on me and having me raise them. Because I tell you what, I found out that's not my baby. I'm not going to even ever talk to you again. I'm going to walk away from you and that baby. I don't get attached to nothing like that.
Now, okay, let me give you a scenario. Let's just say you. Oh, I hate to put this out because I hate to speak like this, but let's just say, perhaps this. Let's say this: you mess with a girl, right? And let's say she has a baby. She said the baby is yours. Baby look a little something like you, but not. You still got kind of your suspicions or whatnot. Let's just say, but you accept it anyway. Let's say the woman ends up dying. This child stay with you. Then later on, you find out. Let's say you get the child is like 5 or 10. You still kind of got that suspicion. This is kind of fairy tale because I know, you know. But let's say 5, 10 years you into raising him, you all used to him, he calling you daddy and all that stuff. Then you found out the child ain't yours. What do you do? What do you do?
If he's 10, keep on raising him. He almost grown. You might as well. You got used to him. It's like having a pair of shoes that got comfy on you. You like, I've been wearing them.
Dang, you gonna compare a child to shoes? Oh, oh, wee. Ah.
But yeah, that's so scandalous. That was one of my biggest fears in the world. Like, I'm all happy and I'm with somebody and for a long time, and somebody just contact me and say, "My mama said you my daddy." I'm like, "What the f?" Because women do that.
So I don't know, man. That's something, man. But I want to get into another one of our subjects today. I seen this on Facebook, and it was very intriguing, and I'm gonna try to read this on here, and it was pertaining to Bootsy when he made that comment about giving his son letting his son get served up by women by a adult woman for
Get some head.
yeah get some head and and people wanted his children took and all this and that, but nobody got on Dwayne Wade about letting his son be transgender and stuff. Do you think?
No, the crazy part about the whole situation is Boosie has so much to say about Dwayne Wade. Like, don't cut his thing off and all that bullcrap. And then you letting your little kid get some head.
And how old is his son? Like 14, like 13.
One was 13 and 14 or something like that.
It's some warped individuals out here. Now, I think both of them are wrong. I think both letting your child be in control of their sexuality at 12 and giving your son some sexual experience at a young age. If anything, we need to change the narrative. Like, remember me and you, we always talk about how coming up, the older men in our lives were always telling us how many girlfriends you got.
Right.
How many?
Nobody say, "Oh, I know you gonna go marry her," or
Yeah.
you supposed to grow up be a good man, and from your doctors to your teachers. Yeah, he's a player. How many little girlfriends you got? Like, that's nothing smart.
Yeah.
Encourage me to be a good man.
Right. And so, but just off trade, if you were able to just watch a married couple, a good married couple, like my grandparents, how long they were married and stuff, and I seen the love between them, but you know what I'm saying. But I also, my strongest influence during that time was like my uncles or people that was in the street that were like, hey, man, you better get you some girlfriends and this and this and that. And just think of the narrative then. You wasn't even considered cool unless you got you a little something, something.
I know you married now, so I kind of don't want to ask you this, but I know the answer. Do you remember back in the day when you might only be talking to 3 or 4 different chicks, and you'd be like, "Man, I ain't got no H's. I'm only down to 2."
Yeah. I remember that. And then no. The thing was, guys get together and be like, "I got more H's than you."
Right.
And that was the thing. That was the thing, though.
Like if you only had one girlfriend,
you was lame.
That's a bad thing.
You was lame. Yeah.
You was lame. Or if you go out, imagine you being 20 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
You out with the fellas, and you like, and some girl is all on you. You like, I got a girlfriend, man. I can't do that. Imagine saying that in front of your friends.
And then look. If you was just say at 13 and 12, if people suspected you of being a virgin, you were the joke.
How old were you when you first had sex?
You were a joke.
Huh?
Are you crazy, Syke? No. I was a young guy. I was a young guy.
How old was you? About 13, 14? What?
About about 16.
Oh man, that's kind of old.
Yeah, about 16. But you know, I didn't have the privileges like other people. You know what I'm saying? I didn't my grandparents were strict on us. We couldn't do nothing. We couldn't go over people's houses. You know, we couldn't go to the mall with our friends or nothing like that. But our grandparents put the lock.
But you know what I believe? When I was young, I said the first person I have sex with, I'm a marrier. That's what I said. And guess what happened?
You didn't.
The first person I had sex with was a one night stand chick. Like meaning I only met her for a second. I don't even know her name.
Dang.
I'm like, dang, I don't even. I started off messing around with whores.
See, and I think I think, see, even though Bootsy had a warped sense of just trying to develop his kids, but I think it's more important for us to talk to our kids. Don't and the generation in our generations, our parents were scared to talk to us about sex. They were, that's why we were so naive about.
Your mother never talked to you about sex?
No, man. Nobody never talked to us about that, and so it was so we have to be more open to talking to our kids about, especially in this generation now, because I be wanting to know, what my kids are learning out.
How old is your youngest son now?
He's about to be 13.
Okay, so if he told you, Dad, look, I had sex, what you gonna do? He said, I like it. I got a little girlfriend. I like it, Dad. What you gonna do?
Well, at this point, I would ask him about his experience. I asked him what happened, how did it go down, what did you do, and I asked him, did he use protection, and
you'll tell him to put a condom on.
No, I asked him, did he use protection. I want to know. I want to know
I tell my son not to wear no condom.
Man, stop it.
For real.
But
you need to get all the real feeling.
Stop, man. We so serious though, man. But for real, I would talk to my son. I ask him all these things. I'd be like, do you know what can happen during sex? All these STDs are out here, or you could.
Let me ask you this, Fat Cat. How old was you when you had unprotected sex?
I was an adult.
I know. How old was you?
Man, it's probably about 22. 22.
Man, you guess how old I was when I first had unprotected sex?
How?
24.
Okay.
And I had unprotected sex, and I said, "Damn, this what I've been missing out on."
See, but the thing that I'm trying to get into, not just about me, it's about these kids, man, and like I said, they too. I don't ever want to feel like a failure as a parent when it comes down to, because these kids, a lot of these kids now are going through sexual confusion. And
let me ask you this, Fat Cat.
Are you going to interrupt the whole conversation?
I am, because I really want to ask you this, because I want to answer.
No,
I really want to answer from you.
We got to stay on topic, though.
I know. This is on topic.
Okay, what?
Okay, we talked about your son. How would you feel like if your 13-year-old daughter was having sex?
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. You know what? And I know it's biased, but I would really see my wife.
You hear what you said about your son? You ask him what he did and how it happened. Would you ask your daughter the same thing?
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? But it would be more a conversation that my wife would have with her. You know what I'm saying? But I would want to be present. You know, to you know, kind of.
You want to be present.
I want to be present because I think it's important for it to be a learning experience for everybody involved. Just say, for instance, and I'm not gonna. No, I don't really want to put that out there because anything can happen. Like, just say if something happened to my wife and I'm here, I'm the only one here to be able to talk to my daughter. I want to know how to have experience in talking to her and learning and knowing what to say because I don't know what it feel like to be a woman. So it's like my wife, you know, she the one that has that experience. So, but
you want to hear something crazy?
What?
I'm the one that put my daughter on birth control, and it was so hard when I took her to go pick them pills up.
So the mother didn't mention nothing about it?
I can't even remember.
And,
you know.
See, and that's the thing too. It's I don't know, man. That's just, and it's all about letting them know, but don't get too extreme. I think what Bootsy did was extreme. And I don't know if it was for propaganda. I don't even know if it's true or not. I don't know if he's just trying to gain attention.
No, Bootsy said it. He did it.
I know, but you know how, and he an entertainer.
So, I'm talking about how is that entertaining to anybody?
Trying to get attention.
I'm talking about what kind of, I don't want no attention like that. That's crazy.
Hey.
Bootsy ain't 20 years old. All them rings around up under his ass.
I know.
He an old dude.
Hey. So, but I wouldn't advise that. But Dwayne Wade, I think could you compare the two scenarios? Could you even compare them two scenarios as far as?
Yeah, you can because you dealing with kids and you're not giving kids a choice. You giving them too much of a choice too. Like with Dwayne Wade's son, I'm not calling you no woman. I'm gonna call you the name I gave you.
Right.
That's like me walking in the house as a teenager and telling my mama, call me Satellite.
Right. I you know, it's just it's a sad thing for both cases, but I just don't want to. You know, I think we can't leave our kids open. I think that's when, you know, when the sexual confusion go on because things be happening like at the age my son is right now, you know, and my daughter, they go through these changes, you know, and they start noticing things about, you know, changing with their body. And if you so close-minded that you don't talk, then somebody from the outside is going to start talking to them. And so
that's what usually happens to boys, especially because a lot of the boys, they grow up without fathers.
Yep.
So the only person you have to talk about sex is the other fellas in the hood with no fathers. Nobody didn't talk to them about sex.
See, and that's the thing. That's the thing that happened with me. I knew more about Jesus than I do about sex. You know what happened. You know what happened one time with me as a kid. I remember one of my friends, James.
What?
My friend's James. He had access to pornos and all that type of stuff when we were young, and so in magazines he used to bring all these magazines over, and we used to hide them. My grandfather he had a pile of bricks in the backyard, and we had this bread box, and we kept all the magazines in the bread box up under the bricks. And one day I came out there, my grandfather had moved had moved the brick, and the box was gone. And so I was like, so I always wanted to this day that he know it was mine. The box we hid over there. But that's how, we used to like really just learn things. I remember going to school and hearing guys talk about sex, and I wasn't really experienced, at the time in it.
I know, because when we used to talk about it in college, you used to be like, "What you talking about?"
You know what? I'm gonna have to pull the Dan move on you in a minute.
What's the Dan move?
You know the Dan move.
I don't know. Tell me the Dan move.
I know you more experienced with your head right now. Keep on playing with me. But
I know you ain't experienced with yours. That ED problem.
Well, hey.
You wish we had the problems I had.
You got Menjo problems. That's what you got. So, but anyway, but you always throw the topic off all the time. You just can't never.
Hey, but you know what though? The first girl I had sex with, the next day I felt so bad because I told you I thought the first person I was gonna have sex with I was gonna marry her, and here I go. I have sex with somebody I don't even know her name or nothing.
Did you cry? Did you tell her to hold you?
Look, man, you talking about I mess up the whole conversation.
I had to get you back though, because
I'm talking about something serious, man. We talking about the first chick. All I knew is she was light skinned.
So how did you meet this chick? How did it go down?
I don't remember. Shit.
So
I remember I was just so geeked. I was like, I did it. But I really didn't do it because I wore a condom.
Oh man. What's wrong?
That ain't having wearing a condom is not really having sex.
But how old were you?
I think I was about to turn 16.
So you was old too.
I know, but I felt bad though. I felt so horrible. I felt so bad the next day, man.
You cried.
I didn't cry. We know you cried.
I did. I was like, yeah.
When you start crying, what did your uncle say?
He said your boy Satellite was good. But anyway, I would get into my topic. He was like, man, keep bringing that Satellite over here.
I thought you was gonna stop. I thought you was gonna stop, man.
Our topic for today: can you take a woman who dresses freaky serious? Can you take a woman who dresses freaky?
I don't know. You might like a woman that dress freaky.
You know what? I don't. My view on that is like I don't want. If me and you are exclusive, I don't.
Oh man, you would be exclusive.
I'm not. What the hell wrong with you? You and Tom Collins, but if you, I said the whole name too. But look, but if we exclusive, then I would. You still joking? if we exclusive, I don't want what I see anybody to see it. You know what I'm saying? If I want to be the only one looking at that body, you know.
Oh man, all my chicks used to dress like scandalously, like short camel toe showing and everything. Tight dress. I wish I could tell a story, man, but I know she listens to the show sometimes. She'd know I'm talking about her,
But nobody else though.
but she'd know. I don't want to hear her talking about. No, you tell us you talking about me. Well, you know what? I'll go ahead and talk about her. Okay, we had a New Year's Eve party. She came to a New Year's Eve party, right?
Mhm.
She had a banging body, right?
Mhm.
I'm talking about skirt was skin tight. It was so tight, I almost said something to her like, "What the hell you put that on for?" So we walk into the party, and all the dudes stopped talking. Everybody was just looking at her, and they looked at me. And one dude gonna walk by and give me a play because his wife wasn't looking. And all the women in the house, because everybody was there with a date, and all the women was mad.
So, let me ask you this: were you the type, and tell the truth, were you the type that ever get mad when other men looked at your woman when you was out?
No, I didn't care about stuff like that. But I will get mad if she hugs somebody. I don't play that hugging stuff.
So if you cared about that, usually people, let's say, people that don't care generally about the chick, they don't care about nothing they do, really.
No, I care. You couldn't give no hugs out. I ain't play that. That was a sign of disrespect for me.
So okay, so let's say you with a woman and you walking in the dude looking at her hard and she turned back and give him that look like, hey, what up?
I'd leave her if I drove.
or he came up and like, hey, when you he came up to the girl like, when you through with this zero here, you can go call me.
Hey, you want to hear a story? I was talking to this woman at the bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And while I'm talking to her, this cat walked up to her, and he say, "What's up, baby?" Like I wasn't even there. And I said, "Man, is you nuts or something?" He told me, "Oh, this your girl?" I said, "Nah, B, you see me talking to her though, right?" And he walked away.
So who you thought you was? Bishop Desmond Tutu?
Huh?
You thought you was Bishop Desmond Tutu? A man of peace? That's what I don't understand with most of these guys.
I'm not. They get super brave and courageous when they got a whole bunch of dudes with them. You by yourself and you in Detroit, you with your girl. Oh man, you better have your heater on you.
Yeah, just like what, a couple of years ago when the girl was at the cabaret and with her husband, and the dude came up to talk to her, and she was like, "I'm with my husband," and he kept tugging on her, and she was like, snatched away from him, and my man went, grabbed his gun, and shot and killed her. All because the woman was married, and I just don't get some of these guys, man. They just really out here to try to, do damage to people, and the world is it's more women out here than it is men. That's what really don't understand. But
yeah, I can remember like being at Belle Isle, and if a chick told a guy, "No, you can't get my number," or give him the wrong number, he had slapped the piss out of her. You remember those days? That's when girls. That's why they started coming up with that, giving that telephone number where the phone would just ring or something like that. Because guys started getting smart. Like you'll give a guy the wrong number, he'll call you right then and there. That's when cell phones first came out.
See, I remember where. Now I wouldn't go to that must have been a West Side thing. I remember where guys used to just call them bees if they didn't get. I don't remember no smacking, but dang.
I was on the east side, and a guy was trying to talk to some female, and she said, um, "Do it look like I would talk to somebody like you?" I had just got stabbed in the face. I still had my stitches in my face, and I just moved my table. Man, he got up and slapped her so hard. He slapped her across the table. The table fell over, and I
Mm.
was about to break it up because I knew it was about to happen. But I said, "Man, you got stitches in your face. You better mind your own business."
See, but like I said, I really, and I don't try to be really judgmental, but I just, like I said, I don't like uh merchandise that already been like looked over so many times and looked over and looked over. It just it's not a pill. I wanna be able to, let's say, uh just have a jump over a lot of people that I don't want everybody to see my wife's physique. I don't be wanting people to look at, be able to to do all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what.
Let me ask you this, Fat Cat. You ever been with a woman, and I'm talking about sexually, and you felt like you could tell she had been with a whole bunch of different men before? Like she was just wall out, didn't have no walls or nothing.
Mm, 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 mm. I don't speak on that type of stuff, man. I'm just I'm just saying I done been with chicks that I done been out with chicks that, let's say, had shady passes.
No, but I'm saying you ever been with a woman that was wall out though?
Mm, 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 mm.
Huh?
You just don't get the picture, dude. You just don't get the picture. I just, I'm gonna just say this. I've been with women that been around the block before.
Mm.
That been around the block before. Hey, but you know what? Too much. You can't judge too much because a lot of us been around the block.
I know, but just imagine this. Every time you messed around with a different woman, your stuff get smaller and smaller and smaller, right?
Mm.
We wouldn't mess around with a lot of different women, right? Like you ain't about to make my stuff small. That's how women should be thinking. Like you are all these men, now your vagina is going in different directions and it's all blew out with no walls. They all knocked down. Trump can't even get a wall built around them.
Why are we talking about this, man? You. Mm. We going from dressing freaky to your X-rated conversation. I just
I'm sorry. Let me get back on track, man.
thank you very much. But like I said, I always kind of like, but tried to avoid the loud women that was in there. But if it was somebody if it was something that was kind of like eye candy to me back in the day, then I would try. But I never took that woman serious. I never took that woman serious. It was always a one night thing for me, like a one night stand for me. I could never, even let's say, even if I wasn't married to this day, I would still view that woman just like that. Like if you dressing all provocative, I think you pretty much a attention seeker, and you just, I don't know, it's just a bad look for me.
What if she built like Lizzo?
Oh man, man, stop it. And you know what? And that's the thing with me. that's the thing with me. Nothing wrong with with big women trying to make themselves look good and all that, but it's just some things that big women shouldn't wear. It's just some. It's a way for a big woman to look sexy, and and not too over the top with what they wear, like all that. Oh man, all that meat hanging out and all that fish. Big women shouldn't wear fishnets and all that stuff.
What about sleeveless shirts with the big arms showing?
Oh man, no. You know what? To each his own. But like I said,
hey, you know what I was just thinking about?
What?
I wonder who. Somebody had to tell women this because a lot of them do the same thing. Scratch your back up so then another woman will know that you was with them.
Mm-mm.
Put a big scratch on your back.
I don't even know about that no more.
I ain't say you knew about it. I'm talking about back in the day.
But I'm just saying, man, I'm just saying, I'm chilling. I'm not even. Are you crazy? but you know what? You just turned this conversation all the way, just all the way. So I know you right now. Let's say you right now, and let's say. Do you totally hold a woman that dresses freaky? Do you draw that conclusion, a negative conclusion on her for dressing freaky, or do you just chalk it up as, because sometimes
I'm old, man. I ain't been with nobody dressed freaky. Come on now.
But it's a difference between sexy and freaky.
I don't know. When the last time I done seen a sexy woman I was with? I just don't get it. Yeah.
What you mean?
I'm talking about dressing freaky and sexy is like showing off your stomach and your arms and all that. I ain't been with nobody like that. Like I can look and be like, she looks so good.
You've been under quarantine too long.
Nah, but you know what quarantine did to me?
What?
Everybody started to look real good.
Even Lizzo?
I knew something was wrong with me. I'm like, hey man, that stomach ain't too big. She's just a little bloated.
Even Lizzo?
Nah, listen. Lizzo ain't look. Lizzo ain't my type. I don't like big women, period.
So let's say you never went at a woman that was a little bit over that, looked like she ain't missing no meatloaf sandwiches.
Nah, I'm talking about you can get a woman. She start off looking the way that you like, and then she start looking different later on. That's something different.
Right.
She done changed over time. But me just going out to meet somebody that was just built up bold like SpongeBob. No, I ain't never did that one before.
Who said built like SpongeBob though?
Do you remember that woman from that TV skit, Saturday Night Live? It's Pat.
Yeah.
Built like Pat. Like, oh no.
So, let's say this. Let's say the woman, let's say she might not be all that looker. Let's say right now for you. Let's say she may not be all that much of a looker, but she has a wonderful personality.
Look, no, right now, this is how I think now. If she's a loyal, good woman, I don't too much care. I'm not into all them looks because you can have a nice looking woman that ain't about shit. Mm-hmm. That cheats on you, that's not there for you when you need her. she can stay where she at.
Right.
I'd rather not have a woman like that.
Right. Right. And that's all I'm saying, because I think the older you get, and you start dealing with women, I think we get out of the superficial type stuff.
Yeah, because you get sense in your head.
Yeah, yeah.
You become more mature, man. It's not about looks and all that. No, nobody want an ugly woman though. I'm
Right, right,
sorry.
right, right, right.
I'm saying, but
Now, I'm not saying select a.
not, I'm talking about far as having extra here or there. That's nothing. Because
Right.
let me tell you one thing about weight and this and that. You can lose it,
Mm-hmm.
but one thing you cannot lose is a messed up attitude or untrustworthy person.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm not saying go out and get a woman that look like Dolomite. You know what I'm saying? But
Ugh.
I'm just, you know, you be like, I'm going out. She be like, is you for real? I'm not talking about all that. Eh,
But
but
it's one thing about like with an ugly woman. When you mad at her, you start looking at her flaws. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You like, ugh. You got the nerve to be looking like this and acting like this.
but that's only anger. At the time, because if you choose to be, if a man chooses to be with a ugly woman, it's either
No, 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 no.
let's
That's not what I'm saying. Look,
let's say,
I,
no. I ain't gonna say
look,
ugly.
look. I am not superficial like that. Like
Okay.
I'm all into personality and how somebody act.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all into that. I'm not into cause I'm not no millionaire.
Right.
I don't look like I get up and work out every day. So I'm expect a model, and I don't look like a male model. I'm realistic with myself. Come on
Right.
now.
Right. But you don't want no chick that look like Terry Crews. you know.
No, I ain't talking about no dude that look like no guy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh no, that's different.
That's what I'm talking about.
Uh,
But
because you know what? I don't like women with hard faces or mustaches. You can't. I'm talking about you get your face too hard. You can't be together. I'm sorry. I
so
don't care how sweet you are.
yeah, it's something they definitely s- like teaching your kids. I think that's where it start when we go back to like teaching your kids about uh relationships and stuff like that. Like what do you tell your son or daughter? As far because they learn from you. What
Yeah,
do
me and my daughter, we talk about relationships all the time. I have those conversations. I wish somebody would have had with me
you,
when I was young.
yeah, because
I
you
have them. I have them with my daughter. We talk about, you know, what guys expect from you and what you expect from guys and what you shouldn't go for.
yeah, because you
I have talks with her like that.
because
And I think that's what a lot of people don't do. They might tell you don't get pregnant or don't get nobody else pregnant. They don't have that conversation about relationships, or the kids don't get a chance to see a healthy relationship.
mm-hmm. and you
And you learn by example. And if
mm-hmm.
your example growing up was a bad example or no example at all, you probably gonna do what you seen growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Because no matter what I was doing, and I did a lot of messed up stuff, I didn't do stuff around my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Because even like when me and her mother separated, I had girlfriends or whatever, but I didn't bring them around my daughter because I wanted to give her a chance in life. I said, if you're gonna mess up your life, you're gonna do it yourself. It
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna be because of something that I did in front of you.
Now let me ask you a question. Do you think every woman that dresses provocative is just say somewhat a untrustworthy female?
Look. Was she like that? Was she dressed like that when you first met her?
Yeah.
Well, that's your fault.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. Let's say, you going out, you see a female, and she looks nice to you, but you looking at the way she dressed, and,
I don't
and
know. I don't try to approach women as dressed like prostitutes or
but do you?
I don't do it because later on it's gonna become a problem.
Yeah.
You know, you got to know if it's a problem when you first meet her, you shouldn't pursue that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people they think they could change somebody. That's
Mm-hmm.
how she liked to dress. Don't try to change her because you're gonna cause problems in the relationship trying to change somebody. People are what they are.
Right.
I don't want anybody to try to change me, and I'm not trying to change anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want if I'm not enough for you to get attention back, you need attention from other guys and everybody else. I'm not the one for you.
Mm-hmm. So, but I know that. I'm just saying, let's just say, is it safe to draw the conclusion that every woman that dresses provocative is like a bad choice?
I don't know. It's your choice to approach a woman like that. I'm talking about you could think she's a tramp or whore all you want to. Who cares what you think? You know, she might dress like that and be a good person, but she just like the attention.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of women are like that. They just want that attention because they're not getting it at all. So I better show my breasts. I got to show my butt. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
let me wear something that's going to show the curves in my body, and I get the looks and get the attention that I really need right now.
You don't do you look down on that?
Nah, it's not for me.
Okay.
It's just not for me. You know, that's not what I'm looking for.
That's more of the question right there, because I have always been biased towards that. You know what I'm saying? I have
You should be. You married.
I'm just saying, always. I wasn't always married, but I'm just
You
saying.
what?
Uh, mm, 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 mm. But I'm just saying, I have always looked down on that. I have always avoided women that kind of dress like that and was kind of loud. I didn't even like a loudmouth woman. I just didn't like women that like too much attention, because sometimes the attention that women bring ain't the attention that you want. You know, some of them women like that, they always bring the attention for them men that's gonna come up and try you, the man that's with her. You know what I'm
Let,
saying?
let me ask you this question and tell the truth, okay?
Hmm.
Like, your son's mother, was she a loudmouth?
She she wasn't. She wasn't.
Okay.
I could say this, but when she was mad, when she get mad, that's when she initially start off. She wasn't a loudmouth like that, but when she got mad, it was a whole different personality, and you know what I'm saying. So, but like I said, when I initially met her, she wasn't a loudmouth like that. You know what I'm saying? But not calling her a loudmouth now. But
Let me ask you this. So, was your wife your wife, was she a loudmouth when you first met her, or she was just real quiet and sweet?
man, my wife did not talk like
Wow.
when we first met, and I used to get on her about that. Like she used to come over, and she'd be so quiet and just sweet. I'd be like, talk to me. What's up? What's on your mind? All that. But once she started talking, Lord Jesus,
Because she ain't quiet too now, is she?
hell no, no way. She ain't no way, boy. I wish. No, I was about to say I wish I could reverse it.
But you said it anyway, didn't you?
Yeah, but, hey, just for show's sake. but on the real, you can't. You really don't want to change the dynamics of a person. Of course, would you want them to be better in certain behaviors that you don't like? Yeah. But would I change the things fully that I don't like about my wife? No, I wouldn't. I think one of the things that my wife sometimes when she get angry, she tends to overreact.
You know how you can fix that, don't you?
Nah.
Don't make her angry.
I'm talking about in other situations too. Like my wife, it'd be the simplest thing. If she's mad at something already, then when something else come along, it just amplifies the anger, and she go on this tirade. You know what I'm saying?
If you get mad when you don't take your ED pills.
I know that man at Menjo's missing you during this quarantine. But I just, definitely, I just, I always was like a little biased as far as women that kind of dress provocative. No problem with it. Like if we at home in the privacy of our home and you want to dress freaky for me and stuff like that, then that's a different story. But if you going out sharing that freakiness with other people, and it's not exclusive to me, then that's a problem for me. So I wouldn't. So if I was single, and when I was single, I never approached females like that that dress like that, because I think it's more about the attention than actually loving the person. So I just put it like that. So I don't know. What was the biggest mistake you made in investing with a woman like in that category?
I don't know. I didn't care.
You didn't care? Man, you.
I wasn't biased towards nothing.
You just devil's night every day, huh?
You got a boyfriend? No problem. You got a husband? No problem.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Now, I always respected the sanctity of marriage. I always respected that.
Shit.
I
remember I would go into a married woman's house. I'd be like, why we can't do it on the bed? Because I want to do it on their sheets.
Man, I got to continue to pray for you.
Nah, this is when I was young, man. Come on now.
But I don't know. You just why did you think you never respected that? You just what? I think even when you in my player days, I had a code.
Oh man, that's the end of the show. Oh man.
I think you had to have a code in your player days.
I did too. I wear condoms with married women.
You go tell this to me, dude. I don't know what to say to you, dog. But no, I'm just gonna continue to pray. Everybody, just continue to pray for my guy Satellite. He really needs it. And I pray that a good woman comes in his life and spoons.
Goodbye.
And spoons him.
Oh man.
You know.
I got a little jealous of that spooning you told me about. You get spooned every night.
But
You be tooting up towards your wife when she spoon you.
you about to make me say something. I swear for God, I will.
Come on, Deacon. Come on. Don't go outside yourself now.
You can spoon with me every night. Gotta watch them kids.
90 seconds.
Turn on that 8-track. But anyway, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, Fat Cat Show. Also, continue to support, show your support. Catch us on YouTube at the Fat Cat Show Network. Make sure you subscribe. Also, Deezer, iTunes,
60 seconds.
iTunes, Spotify, iHeart. Catch us at all at Blog Talk Radio, and just show your love. Continue to show your love, and we'll be back in another day or two. And from now on, just continue to tune in, and we are up out of here. Amen.
Peace.
Peace.
Ten seconds.
Well, I see you can't wait to say something.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
We gonna watch.